Hi, Tanya. So I'm here to talk to you about your mala. I hope you hear me well. So I want to start off by the mala you asked for, what the intention was for you to feel you wanted everything to go really, really quickly. It's like you want everything now, and you wanted to find more patience to, I guess, be okay with that everything is not happening right now. So I connected to you, and I want to start off by saying that you're in your numerology, being an 18-9. You have the 1 and the 8, the 9, and your life purpose being 37-10-1. You have a lot of ones, so patience doesn't come super naturally to the ones. It is a little bit like it'll take work for you to be not patient. It's like the powers of the one is to take action, is to move forward, is to get from point A to point B. Like, hello, let's go, move forward. That's really the energy of the one. It's like, get out of my way. Like, I'm getting to my goal. So that being said, it's not supernatural. Like, it's understandable that you feel the way you feel. It's okay. That's one of your powers, is to get things done and to do them as fast as you want them to do them. But yeah, I see how it can cause issues in other areas of life. So I'll just talk to you about your with this piece. We talk about your life purpose. So your life purpose is 37-10-1, and it can tap into a little bit what is causing the discomfort. So our life purpose is what we move forward towards. It's what we're constantly trying to achieve. So it's very much in our mind, or not just in our mind. It's like in our soul. It's like what we are. Our personality comes natural to us. It's just, that's what it is. Like, you could close your eyes and you'd still be that. Your life purpose is sort of what you are constantly striving towards. So for you, first of all, 3710 is a very fortunate vibration. It's very important, very, very important. Anybody who has 10, it's very important for you to see your glass half full and not half empty, and to like switch that whole perception. And it's not just the thoughts, you know what I mean? Like, it's the feeling, like being grateful for what you have, or being great. And that's not to say that you don't want more. It's just that 10 is a manifestation number. It's very easy, but it doesn't just manifest the good things, right? It manifests the bad things too. It manifests easily. So you have to like be aware of what you're manifesting in a way. So what I write to you on your little card is, it's a fortunate vibration that calls you to always see your glass half full. Yeah, I know it can be something that's complicated to work on, but you're probably gonna see shifts immediately. And when I say seeing, it's like feeling your glass half full from the heart space, from not just from your mind, not saying, I'm gonna try to be grateful for the fact that, I don't know, I have this thing over here. Okay, so I'm grateful I have it. Like, no, it has to be like, wow, I'm like, how awesome is it? You get the vibe of what I'm saying. So you have drive, direction, and a clear sense of who you are and what you want. And that's really that. Move forward. That's what I was talking about, that one. And so you also have it in your personality, because you're an 8, but with the energy of 1. So there's definitely a lot of stepping into power in your numbers, stepping into power, and going for what you want, which is probably why we've talked about this before in, like, when we were doing the tarot. Like, it's amazing how successful you are in whatever it is that you decide to take on, So you have a clear sense of who you are and what you want. On the exterior, you're calm, but internally there could be a sense. So here's the thing, and I find this interesting because it also shows up in your personality with the 8. So, but there could be a sense of militancy, which has its ups and its downs, because it's like you have this sense of power, but that means that the people around you, anyways, this sense of militancy is like things have to get done a certain way, and when I say them, for them to get done. And so this is good for business, this is good for so many things, but then it can also, and that's what I mean by it can have its ups and its downs, and you understand that. So just, I'm talking about it because it's just for you to be aware, like, okay, this is one of my qualities, is that I have this power, let's say. And this is one of my qualities, but it can also cause troubles. So I have to be very aware of when it's showing up in my dialogues and I'm assuming that where it would cause issues is in relationships, because generally people don't like to be told what to do. So, or not, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like you're necessarily telling them what to do, but there's an energy there that let me finish. So, you're strong-willed and you have a desire to be in a place of power where you can share authentically and express your wisdom and knowledge. So it's great. You have all this love behind it. We're talking about like very masculine attributes, right? So it's great, but and the purpose of it is to get you to a point of gathering wisdom and sharing that wisdom and helping people, have a greater connection with themselves or with whatever it is that's showing up, however it's manifesting in your life. But the point is for you to authentically express your wisdom and your knowledge. So 3 is the creative, 7 gathers wisdom, and the 0, so 37, right? And then 1 is the direction, moving forward, independence. It could be also egotistical because it's like, I'm number 1. And then the 0 helps you. It's like you have a protection from God. It's like if, from what I've seen for people who have 10, 20, 30, they always get themselves out of like the really sticky situations that they get themselves into. And that's like in shadow, that's like when things are bad in your life. When things are good, it's like you have this protection, this guidance, these blessings that come to you easier than they do to other people and other numbers. So it's very cool. It's very cool, and the thing about numerology is that it's amazing to help us know ourselves better, so that we can use the tools that we have, the ones that we came with, and like exploit them, and then work on the things that we didn't come with, right? So in shadow, you can lead a double life by being calm on the outside, but filled with negative emotions inside, and that can lead you to manipulate to get what you want. I mean, everybody manipulates at some point or another, but just be aware of that. When that does come up, when you see yourself trying to, let me like shift stuff around or say things in a certain way, you're in shadow at this point. Now you're not expressing the positive attributes of this vibration. Now you're in a state where you're like, I need to take a rest, I need to take a break, I need to gather myself and feel better so I can be in my best state, right? So that I can share my wisdom, so that I could share my knowledge also. So that's 3710. So for the mala, I'm just going to read from my iPad, because when I connect it to you, I connect to you and then I write down the message, right, of whatever comes through. So it's to tap into the yin, the passive, that it doesn't take, so that's really what what is needed right now for you to attain your goal. So to tap into the yin, to tap into the passiveness, that doesn't mean to take away the power to leave. That doesn't mean for you to take your power away to leave a situation that you're uncomfortable in. But it doesn't take away your power to be more in a yin space, right? Which is what we often think. When I say yin, I mean more in the feminine. But it helps you take a step back, being in that yin energy, that feminine energy. It helps you to take a step back and enjoy the journey. And know that wherever it is that you're gonna end up, it's gonna be perfect. Knowing that you will fall, I'll read it to you. Knowing that you will fall into place in perfect timing. What it does take away from being in the yin, what it does take away from is the push, the resistance to the present. So when we're pushing towards something else, are we resisting what we have in front of us? It's because what we have in front of us is not good enough anymore for us. We want more. So there's a resistance there. So being in the yin helps us to take away from that resistance, that inner feeling. And the reason why you need things to change immediately. It helps you, being in the yin helps you to find that peaceful power. Okay, so that's the message. Then it's like if you had to do things for yourself for so long, how can you just wait for something to happen? This is the new journey, what your soul wants to learn, to be in a peaceful, passive state of power. Peaceful, passive state of power. So let that settle. Peaceful, passive state of power, because we can be in power and we can be passive at the exact same time. It's just learning how to work those energies within us. So, that being said, we have our beautiful mala. So here we have, to start with, we have the jasper. I'll start with the important stone. Well, they're all important, but so we have the we have the, I'm sorry, my brain is not working amazing lately. Okay, we have petrified wood. So petrified wood is all about patience, and it's about strength, inner strength to be in that patient state. It's about growth, development, of evolution, but in a very slow, steady way. It's not like, boom, let me get to the finish line. It's like, let me regulate my endurance as I run this race that is called life. So patience is really the theme of that. And petrified wood is actually really an amazing stone. Why it's called petrified wood is because it's wood that ends up under the earth, and with combustion over like hundreds of thousands of years, turns into rock. Like when the wood mixes with mineral, it turns into rock, but it keeps the color of the wood. Then we have the aquamarine. And aquamarine is all about connecting to that feminine vibration, connecting to that feminine, the inner goddess that we all have, the passiveness, the gentleness, the delicateness that comes with the divine feminine, the emotional healing, authentic self-expression. So finding that softness to be able to express yourself in the way that you need to express yourself. In that authenticity, which is what your life purpose is all about. Then we have the mukh. Then we have the agate. So the agate is white, and agate is really good for stabilizing, strengthening the energy field. So stabilizing and strengthening and bringing harmony. So the next three stones, so even the opal, which is right here, is to clear out blocks, to clear out things that are within the energy field, to help stabilize and bring your energy field into a state of harmony. So the things, the resistances, the need for direction, the need to push, so all of that is what is taking away from you being comfortable with things happening as organically. It's all to come and sort of work on that and release that so that you can settle into a place of harmony and peace. And then we have the mukh jasper right here. And mukh jasper instinctually knows what direction to take. So this is a really cool stone and I love it. It's a jasper, so it's very grounded, very connected to Mother Earth. I find I'm just gonna throw this in there. It helps people who want to communicate with animals, and I know that your work is obviously with animals, so it helps people who want to communicate with animals communicate better and like understand the messages. But it also helps us to see how we have heavy thoughts. Be aware of. So it works on the third eye, the solar plexus, and the root chakra. So it helps us to see how we have heavy thought patterns that hold us down or that make us like bitter and heavy. And it helps to raise those vibrations and have a more youthful experience of life. So that being said, you also have silver on this mala, and the silver is really to bring in that feminine. The gold represents the masculine, the silver represents the feminine. So bring in that feminine, bring in that gentle, and you know, I'm talking to you about this, but like, it's like almost like if all of us women have to relearn how to settle into that, because we live in a society that is like, go, 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 and be this, be that, be everything all at once. And these are all, it's like we're overextending on the masculine. We've talked about this in Reiki class also, I'm sure you remember. But so I hope that it brings you everything that you need in feeling comfortable, with where you're at, staying in a state of power, the power that you already have, that you know you have, but also finding that gentleness and that passiveness and that being okay, you know, like just settling back and appreciating and being okay with what it is that you have already accomplished and where you're already at. So if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you. Namaste.